Hello, my wonderful neighbors. Welcome back to the porch where the tea is always piping hot and the truth is finally catching up to the Duchess of Deception faster than a private jet fleeing a climate conference. So pull up a chair and get comfortable, because today we are discussing what might just be the absolute final nail in the coffin of Meghan Markle's carefully curated, fraudulent brand. We have to talk about the panic that is reportedly tearing through the halls of the Olive Garden mansion in Montecito right now, because the one thing Meghan has spent her entire royal life trying to bury, her messy, transactional SOHO house past, is clawing its way back to the surface. And this time, it comes with a receipt that even her high-priced lawyers might not be able to suppress. We are hearing explosive whispers from the dark corners of Hollywood that a highest-paying client from her pre-Harry days, back when she was hustling for roles and hunting for rich husbands, is threatening to expose her true face on air. And the centerpiece of this nightmare is a rumored tape that she thought was gone forever. You heard me right, neighbors. A tape. And the sheer terror this is causing in Camp Sussex tells us everything we need to know about what she is hiding. Now, I know you guys are excited for more, but before we delve into further discussion, if you haven't subscribed, come on, guys. What are you waiting for? Hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell ASAP. So now, let's set the scene, because the internet is practically melting down over this. For years, there have been rumors about Meghan's yacht girl days, her connections to Soho House, and the mysterious, rapid rise of a C-list actress who suddenly snagged a prince. We were called conspiracy theorists for asking questions. We were called haters for wondering how she afforded that lifestyle before Suits really took off. But now, the name Kevin Blatt, a man who knows where all of Hollywood's skeletons are buried, is being floated around in connection with this story. And that should send a shiver down Meghan's spine. The report is that a guy, a former associate, or perhaps a client from her days navigating the social ladder, has sent a message that he has footage of a woman named Meghan, footage that contradicts every single word of the saintly, humanitarian, feminist narrative she has force-fed us for the last 5 years. And the reaction from Montecito? It wasn't a laugh. It wasn't a dismissal. It was reportedly a full-blown, catastrophic meltdown. Imagine the scene. Meghan, the woman who needs to control every camera angle, every headline, every photo release, is suddenly facing a variable she cannot control. Insiders are describing a woman on the edge, pacing the halls like a caged tiger, screaming at her legal team to shut it down before it even sees the light of day. But here's the thing about the internet and the dark underbelly of fame. Once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you cannot put it back in. She is terrified because this alleged tape represents the one thing she cannot spin, her past reality. She hates anything that reminds the world she wasn't born a duchess. She hates anything that reminds people of the hustle, the desperation, the briefcase girl days where she was just a prop in a short skirt hoping for a break. And this tape, if it exists, and if it shows what people are whispering it shows, a transactional, raw, unfiltered look at how she climbed the ladder. It destroys the illusion forever. It proves she isn't a victim. She is a player who played the game better than anyone until she got caught. And where is Harry in all of this? The poor, brainwashed royal lapdog. Reports say he is completely bewildered, standing there while his wife spirals, probably wondering, what tape? What client? What are you talking about? And that is the tragedy of Prince Harry. He didn't marry a person. He married a persona. He married the character Meghan played, the humanitarian, the victim, the Mother Teresa of Malibu. He doesn't know about the Soho House hustle. He doesn't know about the highest-paying clients who may have helped fund her lifestyle before she found her golden goose. He is finding out in real time, along with the rest of us, that his wife had a whole life, a whole set of rules and behaviors that she conveniently left out of their late-night heart-to-hearts in Botswana. He is watching her panic over something he didn't even know existed, and the cracks in their marriage must be turning into canyons. How do you trust someone who is terrified of her own history? The mention of a highest-paying client is particularly damaging because it implies a transaction. It implies that Meghan's relationships were business deals. And let's be honest, Looking at how she treats people, does that surprise anyone? She discarded her father when he was no longer useful. She discarded her ex-husband Trevor when she got suits. She discarded her best friend Jessica Mulroney when she got caught in a scandal. People are commodities to her, so the idea that there might be a client from her past who feels used or who just wants to cash in on the hypocrisy is entirely believable. This person allegedly has the receipts, and they are tired of watching her preach from her ivory tower while hiding the ladder she used to climb up there. It is the ultimate karma. She used people to get to the top, and now the people she used are shaking the foundation. And you know she is going to try to spin this. We are already seeing the groundwork being laid. It's a deep fake. It's AI. It's a smear campaign. That will be the defense. She will cry victim. She will blame the British press. Even though this is coming from Hollywood, she will blame the haters. But deep fakes don't cause private meltdowns. Deep fakes don't make you call your lawyers at 3 a.m. Panic comes from the truth. Panic comes from knowing that the person holding that tape knows exactly who you are. If she were innocent, she would laugh it off. She would say, "Go ahead, release it. There's nothing to see." But she isn't doing that. She is fighting tooth and nail to keep it buried, which tells us there is something worth burying. She is reportedly demanding names, demanding timestamps, trying to hunt down everyone from her 20s who might have a grudge. It is the behavior of someone with a guilty conscience. Contrast this, just for a moment, with the grace and dignity of our beloved Princess Catherine. Can you imagine a world where a tape rumor involving Kate Middleton exists? No, it is laughable. It is impossible. Because Catherine has lived her life with integrity. She dated William for years, she waited, she learned the ropes, she respected the institution. Her past is an open book of family vacations and university studies. There are no SOHO house secrets. There are no clients. There is just a woman who fell in love and accepted the duty that came with it. That is why the audience loves Kate and William, because they are safe, they are consistent, they are honorable. Meghan is a ticking time bomb of scandal, and every time it explodes, it splatters mud on the royal family. This is why King Charles and Prince William were right to distance themselves. They knew. They vetted her. They saw the red flags that Harry was too blinded by lust and therapy speak to see. This SOHO face that is being exposed is the face of ambition without morals. It is the face of a woman who do anything, say anything, and be anything to get what she wanted. And now that she has it, the title, the money, the fame, she thinks she can just erase the road she traveled. But the road remembers. The people on the road remember. And this client represents all the bridges she burned. The report says the tape is locked away, but the threat is that the key is turning. The leverage has shifted. For years, Meghan held the leverage over the royal family with her threats of interviews and books. Now someone holds leverage over her, and she can't handle it. She is realizing that she isn't the predator anymore. She is the prey. I honestly wonder what is going through Harry's mind as he watches his wife frantically try to scrub the internet. Does he see the fear in her eyes? Does he ask himself, who is this woman? He gave up everything for her. His country, his family, his military titles, his popularity, all based on the story she told him. If that story turns out to be a lie, if the victim narrative was just a cover for a ruthless climber, then his entire life since 2018 has been a mistake. And that is a hard pill to swallow. He is trapped in that mansion with a woman who is fighting a war against her own past, and he is just collateral damage. He is the brainwashed favorite royal lapdog puppet, nodding along while she screams at publicists, pretending he understands a game he was never meant to play. The Briefcase Girl era, the 9210 cameo, the burger grilling video, those were embarrassing, sure. But this is different. This tape rumor touches on something darker, something more visceral. It challenges her moral authority. You cannot lecture the world on digital wellness and protecting girls. If your own rise to fame was built on the very exploitation you claim to hate, it exposes the hypocrisy. And that is what we hate the most, isn't it, neighbors? It's not the past itself. We all have pasts. It's the lying about it. It's the pretending to be a saint when you were playing in the mud. It's the judgment she passes on everyone else while hiding her own skeletons in a Soho House closet. If this tape, or even just the confirmation of its existence, comes out, it is game over. The brand is dead. The American Riviera orchard will be a laughingstock. The political ambitions? Gone. You can't run for office with this kind of baggage dangling over your head. This is the final nail because it strips away the last layer of her defense, her moral superiority. Without that, she is just a reality star with a title she doesn't deserve. And the panic in Montecito proves she knows it. She knows that her house of cards is built on a foundation of secrets, and someone just turned on a giant fan. So buckle up, because I have a feeling this is going to get ugly. The desperation is palpable. We are going to see more distractions, more fake royal tours, maybe even a new photo of the kids to try and bury the headlines. But you cannot distract from this. The question is out there now. What is on the tape? Who is the client? And what is Meghan Markle so afraid of? The silence from her camp, other than the frantic legal threats, is deafening. And in the court of public opinion, silence is often an admission of guilt. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. This is a massive story that the mainstream media is trying to tiptoe around, but we are diving right in. Do you think this tape exists? Do you think Harry knows about her Soho House past, or is he completely in the dark? And do you think this highest-paying client will actually pull the trigger and expose her? Let me know your theories below. I read every single one of them. And please, let's keep the support strong for William and Catherine, who show us every day what real class looks like. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next update on the Montecito meltdown. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your tea hot, and your receipts ready. Ta-ta, and bye for now.